So was that stage time that you had in those their programs kind of where you started? Is that like how you found that you loved stage time and you wanted to be part of the Rebels?
No, it's singing. I was singing before I came a cop.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. High school, right? That was your first show.
My first show.
I would imagine how you started singing.
Hey, so the first time, and I was actually Lisa and I were dating back in high school. So the first time they had a thing called American Pop, and what it was a progression of music and dance through like the 1920s through the 1980s.
Yes.
And so they said, "Hey man, my buddies, because I was a football player, my buddies Cujo and Joe Man, and they, oh man, would you do this?" Nah, just do it. We dare you. Fuck, I hate dares, but okay. They really hate dares. It was fun to do them, some of them. But so I got up and I had this. They
Hate dares. I love dares.
yeah.
Too much fun.
So I'm there. It's at that Manteca High amphitheater, and so standing room only is totally packed and going through, and then all of a sudden I go. They said, "Mike, come up. Don't love me tender, love me sweet."
Oh, yeah.
And people went fucking nuts, and I was like looking around and go, "Oh,
You're like,
must be a joke."
nice.
No, I thought it was a joke or somebody was like something, like if there's something else going on. You have made my life complete, and it went absolutely nuts. I was going,
That's when you get the
like
itch.
this. I was like,
Got the itch. You're itching right now.
I'm like,
Oh,
are they screaming for me? And I'm like, "Love me tender," and it went nuts. And I was like, "Okay, this is different."
Yeah. No way.
So
Instant gratification.
yeah. And then the next song, they wanted me to sing with this little country girl, really sweet guy. I can't remember her name, but they wanted to sing. They wanted to sing the "Get on a Warm Summer's Evening on the Train Bound for Nowhere." So we split that song. People were going nuts. I'm like, this is kind of fun.
Yeah, that's what.
And so afterward, I got the teachers from FFA and band and every organization that was trying to raise money in Manteca. Could you come do a couple songs? I go, "Oh, okay, I guess." And so I'd sing. So I'd have background tape, play, and a couple tower speakers, and I'd go around and sing. And I didn't make any money on it, but people freaking loved it. And I'm like, okay. So then went in the military, and then when I came back, Sean Mahoney, a good buddy of mine from school, very religious guy, wonderful guy. Him and his wife are amazing. He said, "Hey, we're trying to raise money for our choir, I believe, and I was wondering if you want to do a couple songs." I said, "Well, I haven't sang in years," and he goes, "Okay." I said, "No, it's to raise money for kids." Kids. So I went out there and sang. Same thing, out of control. I was like, gotta try to get a band together. Now my first band I got together, Bon Jovi tribute band, long hair, long like you always wear, and then, but we take it all down to do some Elvis.
Was that song? You should karaoke that.
And so then we did it. It's all the same.
Yeah.
Only the names have changed.
Rock that shit up in San Diego.
Yeah. So we started going around. And I had to tame them, but they were really masterful at their instruments. So we're like, "Oh, Jane," and they could. And we did my first show, real show, Manteca Pumpkin Fair, when it was over. So
So fuck, dude. So like the start and the end of.
Yeah.
Okay, dude.
Yeah. So over the Manteca Pumpkin Fair was held. You know where Denny's is and El Hardy and all that.
Yeah.
And you take the road going right there was all field at the southeast corner, and the Pumpkin Fair used to be there.
Where the gas station is that on the
On the opposite corner,
Okay,
it was all empty.
Oh.
But they had it there, and it was jam packed. It wasn't downtown.
Yeah.
It was everything in like a square half a mile. And it was packed. I mean, you couldn't find parking. That's where I did my first show.
That's fucking.
Yeah, so-
that's fucking okay, nice.
So the last show was like a full kind of circle set out. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Well,
Sort of.
Well,
So you do specials?
I've been asked multiple times, do one more show. So
Officially and unofficially, it officially ended.
officially, I have one more show.
Unofficially,
Yeah.
I have one more show, January 19th, 2 o'clock at the El Campanile Theater in Antioch, and that will be the last one.
That'll be fun. Yeah, that's all you got.
Oh, it's almost sold out already, and it's a big, huge theater.
oh, that's it.
And so we played there one time. They wanted to see how we do, like some little cabaret show. So, and it was packed. And so when you go downstairs to the green room, there's autographs from every Johnny Cash, The Doors, all over the walls. And so I get, when we're done with this, I get to go sign the wall with all these guys.
That's so cool. Hell yeah.
So I'm going to take pictures. And they have, so yeah, so they got, I mean,
Yeah, writing your name over your name.
Yeah, just scribble next.
yeah, tools.
Fakes.
But I mean, there's like all the famous actors back in the day, the Gene Autry and Jerry Lee Lewis and all these guys. They all performed here because it's been around that long. So I get to go down and
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's so fun.
So that's your name in history in a way. Like,
right. Oh, I'll be taking slow video.
Or which, dude. That's fucking sick, dude. You know, like, you're for 30 years now, you know, Jim Anderson Rebels, 30 years, you're the front man, you're the fucking model employee, you know? And, you know, and now you're finally fucking branching out and you're going to be doing your own album and stuff. You're going to be writing some of your own songs and shit.
We have a full country album ready, and we're starting our scratch tracks in January. So scratch tracks are where I you know, each player kind of plays a bass line of the song, and then we get together. Then once they understand how I'm saying, and then the harmonies are sung, and okay, and then we sit down and say, okay, this is the sound I want, because I'm real particular about the music, and but it should be good. And if everything works out, then I'm talking to Chief, and I told him I'd like to have a free concert out at Woodward Park. How many ever want to go? It can be 5,000-10,000, because we'll have the stage lights, sound, all that stuff. And then I said, let's have all the vendors raise money for something for the you know.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, like a fucking fair, you know.
interview some people for a podcast or
Yeah. You know, we could have like a live podcast show up the side reporting on it.
Well, you know,
they'll get some.
there'd be limited backstage, so this can be there.
Expenses, baby.
They'll have the whole backstage off. They'll have a trailer back there for us, and so
perks.
and
Perks.
of course, a couple of gigs.
This is perk 30. Well, actually, I had a question about the album. I was kind of hoping, because I wrote my own song. It's I was hoping to get a song on the album if you had room on it. Kind of wrote my own song. It is seasonal, so it's kind of fitting for like tis the season. It's kind of like a remake of like I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, but then it continues in parentheses. I had no idea Santa Claus was a Middle Eastern man.
Sandy Claus? Fucking the Sandy Claus?
Oh my god! Holy shit! I can't wait to hear the song. Does it go?
Because you can't.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
can't-
70 years old.
I can't. That was tragic and great.
That one took like just a moment.
Old fashioned love song.
That one took a couple months to come up with.
Oh my god! Oh shit! Yeah, let's put some more ice and some more booze.
After that.
I didn't even know what to say to it. Wow, that's funny.
But no, yeah, fucking.
He said Sandy Claus.
That's fucking funny. What? Racist, little bad taste.
That's funny.
To revisit all the police stuff, you know, we actually didn't go over how like you exited the police. You were injured in the line of duty, being a fucking badass, of course, and you were chasing after a suspect, jumping over the fence, landed on your knees, blew out your knees. Thinking back to that moment, do you ever maybe wish you landed on your feet?
Not a chance.
All right.
I'll tell you why. Because so what it was there was an elder couple, and they were running a little hotel down South 9th Street, and he was in there beating the bejesus out of him.
Oh, cool.
And so the door was locked. So, I got that wired glass. So I'm thinking, I'll break it. Oh, of course, I can break that. Well, he dove through a window. I'm like, well, that made it easier. So we go and he starts fighting me. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to, I was with an ASP instructor, the deployable ASP. So we're going, but this guy's like a gazelle, hits a fence on me. And I go hit him, and I grabbed him in the middle of the air, and I'm getting ready to slam him down. Well, at the bottom of the other side of the wall was a porcelain toilet. Oof. His weight, my weight on my gear. Bam! I was like, and I could feel it, but it was like that, like, oh, man, like maybe I landed on my back.
Yeah.
And then so I'm taking him into custody, and he's fighting me. Well, then he pulls out this knife, and I was in pain, but so I'm like, okay, so every time we're fighting, and I'm pounding him on the ground, trying to get his hand, give me your hand, give me your hand, give me your hand. Well, every time I was pounding him, he was on the broken porcelain like this. So, but anyways, yeah, so, and every time I was trying to hammer him down, so I'm calling code 31011, get over here and stuff. This guy's he was trying to stab me, but I had him, I got him, and he was wanted in a homicide.
No shit.
He was the guy, so soon as I heard him, like, I'm not going back. And I was like, oh, fuck. Right? Because we had a BOL out for this guy. And I was like, oh, this is this guy who killed an unarmed, really nice Middle Eastern family husband that was running a little store over off Crow's Landing. And he shot it. And I was like, oh, shit. There's some good detectives out here. And got pitched for everything.
No shit, dude. That's killer, man.
I just found out what BOL stands for a couple weeks ago. Did not know Bill Lookout.
Yeah.
Bill Look or whatever.
Yeah, on the lookout.
I bought actually some marijuana products, and the name of it was BOL. Be on the look, and I was like,
well, they call them bolos too. Be on the lookout.
Yeah.
They got a bolo right now.
Yeah, someone was like, oh, is that what that means? I was like, yeah.
It's funny, yeah. So, I mean, in the totality of all of it, we caught somebody who murdered somebody.
Yeah.
He was in the process. He would have killed those people had I not got there.
And
I was almost on my, I remember, I was on my way to go back and check out, at the SOC. So, Sheriff's House Command Center. So I was going back to the Sheriff's Department. And okay, you want to take one more class? Yeah, fucking I'm close. So I went but my knees were destroyed.
Eat this.
And I had to go to the hospital because I couldn't. I was like, after all the adrenaline was, I was like, oh, and my pants were swollen like so tight. I was like,
that's not right.
Yeah, and I've had at least minimally just on my knees like 16 to 18 surgeries.
Shit.
So that's why I have the scars all the way up my leg and stuff.
Yeah, dude. Until when I first met you were probably like 10 deep. You still had like, a couple surgeries to go.
Hey, remember when I used to walk like this?
Oh, no, I remember.
You walk like the penguin.
Dude, yeah, dude.
I remember didn't even know the reason. I was like, you look at the water.
Hey, that's okay. My granddaughters used to walk behind me. Like this, I got a video of it, and I'm like,
it's so fucking funny.
real tight?
Yeah.
Dude, pump on.
I remember every time I fucking pissed off at you, I could see you coming across the practice field, and I just be telling my boys, look at this motherfucker waddle over. You think he's tough, bro.
Tried as long as I could. Hey, that's all it's about. Keep going, no matter what. So, and my biggest thing is there's a lot of people that are tenfold worse than I am, so who the fuck am I to complain about?
Yeah, fuck is worse than you.
Always have to.
Well, I mean, you mean as far as a hairstylist, or
Exactly.
But yeah, so when you see me when I'm here, I got to go lay down, take medication, get my composure, and then I'll be back in an hour. And
as a plumber, hearing that you guys laid on a porcelain toilet really just makes me sob.
Yeah, you're fucking, but your body can beat the shit out of the time.
Yeah, no, I had similar upbringing, and I think that there's not a doubt in my mind where I'm like, there's a thought in my mind where I'm like, what the hell was my childhood, all that bullshit. Everything was done for a reason, making who I am, and it stayed with that.
That's my thing too. Is like, hey man, you do good in school, you do good in sports, you do good everywhere.
And
I don't care if you stay up till 4 in the morning. Who am I to tell you? I got a 3.5 GPA. Okay, so go to bed. Why? I don't know, because you already got the shit down. So
No, yeah.
who the fuck my butt? Fuck off.
Which I did a lot of.
Yeah,
I feel so-
my dad would go on board with the displaying, so my mom kind of put a stop to that at like 10 years old.
Nice.
Yeah, it got way out of hand.
Well, see, for me, like when I say clean your room, Jerome clean yeah.
In your room, yeah, and it's not.
No. You know what I do? You know what I do? I go, your room clean? Yeah, and I go, it looks good. I look under the bed, they shove everything on the bed. It's a
Closet.
closet. Hey, we know. We're good talking
Yeah,
about this.
No,
But I would take everything in drawer, every fucking thing, and I put it in a huge pile in the middle of the floor and said, now clean your fucking room.
yeah.
I mean, they're like this.
No, I would get it taken out away from me, and then I had to do a single chore to get. If I wanted one Lego back, I had to do a chore for one.
Oh,
And
damn!
that
I missed
chore,
out on that class.
that chore just might be taking out the trash, but if I wanted one fucking Lego, I had to go take out the fucking trash.
Yeah.
You know, so if I wanted like a group of Legos, I was doing chores all fucking week.
Yeah, you're sitting there like, hey, there's a trash.
Hey, look,
down again.
I built it
But that was
square.
This is like when my mom stepped in for though, because before that I was like,
I put all their stuff in a pile. I said,
Yeah.
now clean your fucking room.
yeah.
And they did, and then when it was done, you guys were like so proud, like, oh my God, yeah, Dad, look, I did this. I'm like, this is a punishment. It's not supposed to be fun for you.
Yeah.
Like Brandon, his older brother, I tell him, I go, you fucked up.
Gene.
Hey, you fucked up, and you're gonna scrub every part of this fucking your bathroom. I want the tub done. I want this done. On and on and on. Right? Comes out like 3 hours later, I'm done. And he didn't look upset and go, well, I'm going to come check it. Dude, this is
Go ahead.
this is maid worthy.
Yeah.
And then he said, can I do your guys' bathroom too? I'm like, why don't I just look this?
No, all those lessons are good lessons though, because like my parents were the same way. And they would come in and inspect with a fucking tissue. But now, I clean my bathroom fucking cleaner than you get fucking constantly.
Oh yeah. So I'm not really. I'm clean, but I'm not great clean. But
Yeah.
I can't have dust, and I can't have my faucet dirty. I can't have this.
Yeah.
You know, so I keep everything clean, but I could be clean.
Yeah, no, I got the OCD because of the parents though, because of like motherfucker clean your shit.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, back when I was a fucking kid, well, younger, I should say, in high school, I definitely fucked around a lot. I got away with a lot, dude. I remember
You're
getting
little though, dude.
the only time I'd ever get
You snuck in and out.
the only time I'd ever get caught is when I'd get snitched on by somebody, and most of the times it was my fucking teachers.
Yeah.
Hey, you know your kid tried to fucking throw a pizza party when a substitute was there, and he said it was like,
I taught you that though.
I know.
That was from
Fast
Times at Richie Stone.
Last time I respond, I to fucking school try to do it, dude.
I did it when I was in high school.
I almost
I
got
did it.
away.
That was the greatest shit ever. And the teacher was like, yeah. All right, let's have some pizza. I'm like,
You're like, dude, shit. Yeah.
Dude, my problem was that all of my teachers would have been okay with it, but I was intentionally throwing in a class-wide pizza party with multiple pizza. Yeah, multiple pizzas, multiple sodas and stuff, while the substitute was there because it was an English teacher. I fucking hate her, dude. She was like, she hated.
I thought she was very nice to you.
No, I hated her, dude, because she.
Hey, tell us how you really feel. He's like,
she literally, like, as soon as I got into the classroom, just because she knew who I was, because I was like popular, played football, everybody knew my name, she automatically like had a fucking bias, like a bias. She's like, dude, fuck you, just because you didn't have any fucking friends growing up, bitch. Or still, nobody likes to talk to you, including the other English teachers. You lonely fuck. Go eat your lunch in your fucking car and cry. You know, I was so mad.
yeah. So my thing, I had my teacher. We had. Let me think. It was lame. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I just have to finish the story because that's a great ending. So I tried to throw the fucking pizza party. I got a text from one of my classmates that said, hey, dude, I know that we were supposed to have a substitute today. Miss Young found out about the pizza party. She's here today. Cancel. Canceled everything and stuff like that. Showed up to class. She immediately, it was just on my shit. She was intentionally being me and like pointing me out, putting a spotlight on me, all this different shit. But she didn't have any proof on me. And then I get called up to the office to go talk to Leland. And I'm like, oh, I fucked up. What did I do? I'm like, Dad's definitely going to find out about this. I'm fucked, right? And fucking, I get called up to Leland. Miss had the snottiest little prissy fucking like, oh, go to the office. You know, I go to the office. He talks to me for a little bit. Turns out another one of my teachers submitted me for the Kiwanis Student of the Month. And I got to bring, I filled up the fucking diploma, put it in my jacket pocket, went all the way back, tried to just keep a straight face, sat down. She's like, so what they want? And like all snide and stuff.
Oh, bam!
Well, I was like, I just won the Kiwanis Student of the Month award. And then the entire class started applauding, dude. Her face just went red. She did not say a word. She went immediately over to her phone to call the office. And I was just like,
Wow.
you know what I did?
Oh, you knocked it today!
You know what I did? You know what I did next? I pulled out my fucking lunch, started eating in her class. She got mad at me and said, you can't eat in here. And then I pulled out my doctor's note that I got to say that I could eat in the class I wanted.
Hey, right? Hey, right, because he was having this. He was having. What was it? You were just getting sick. You were.
Well, I was just exerting too much energy. I wasn't eating enough.
Yeah,
I was
so
dizzy, dude.
So I went to the doctor and he goes, he needs to eat more. I said, okay. Well, they'd only get this. He goes, then have him take a sandwich to class, whatever. And I'm like,
Little blunt.
can you put that in a note?
Yeah, please.
So, and how long did that?
That lasted the rest of the fucking
Yeah.
school.
Oh,
The rest of it.
she was so.
Yeah, he didn't need it.
Hey, I'm sorry,
I would intentionally.
DJ.
I would save food for her class, like
Hey, but
intentionally.
they had, but yeah, he
Start asking other people.
Food, yeah.
You guys got chips? I'll eat those chips in this class, please.
Josh won that Mike Thompson Award, remember? So Mike Thompson Award was that Athletic Person of the Year at Sierra.
Oh wow!
And so Josh goes, and this is for character, this is for grades, this is for this, all the special things. And ladies and gentlemen, this character that we're going to talk about right now is such a great person. Josh Anderson, he looked at me and goes, what the fuck? Yeah, I swear to God. They go like this, what the fuck? I'm like, they just said character and you said what the fuck? But he won that. You won a bunch of awards.
For no reason.
Carson, I still have a bunch of awards.
For no reason.
Yeah, but I think Carson won. So I mean, to be honest.
What did I do?
Yeah, what'd you do?
What did I
I
come?
was raised by a great. Yeah, that's
You think I came out of these buttered balls.
Yeah.
You said, what's up, Doc?
Did you say butterballs? Buttery balls.
Does it slap the
You
butter
came
balls?
shooting out of my buttery balls, and you said, what's up, Doc?
You're just slapping them butter. That's our
Hey,
And I shot out and I said, what's up, Doc?
what's up, Doug? What's up, Doug? You guys all won a bunch of fucking cool awards. You and your fucking mom, Jesus. Dude, you're still killing me in that last fucking thing.
I was really excited for that one.
Oh, we're almost there.
I was like, ask him about the basketball diaries. That's all.
You know what? The thing is you teach a kid. Hey, that was a movie back in the time that said, if you fuck
straight
around,
up.
you fuck around, this is going to
Yeah.
be you.
Does that look cool? If it does,
Gobbling
that will
knobs.
happen to you. If it doesn't look cool, that will happen to you.
Hey.
Yeah, whatever you're thinking is the opposite.
You're going to be gobbling knobs.
Josh is like, really?
Yeah, John was
He's like,
explain.
yes. He started rubbing his hands like a fly.
The one thing I wish Josh would do right now is play that fucking guitar because he's so good.
I know.
And he can sing. What's that?
100%.
Another turning point. Who's that group?
Green it.
Oh, Green Day, yeah. Just fucking like every time he comes on a radio song, I'm like, he can play the fuck out of the guitar. I wish he'd get into that because,
A little, Dave Grohl.
yeah. Yeah.
Dave Grohl fighter.
And you know what? That motherfucker can play. So I took him over to Uncle Matt. Then Uncle Matt goes, okay, he started teaching him. And Uncle Matt, so Josh went over 2 times. He goes, I don't even know why he's here. And I go, what do you mean? He goes,
He's teaching me.
no. He said, no. Uncle Matt is fucking,
He's wicked.
like
Nice.
Prince Wicked.
Nice with it.
So but he told me, he goes, yeah, Josh, autonomous, he came back and did some run. All this blues run. And so I taught him the second thing, which is a lot harder. He came back and he did that. And he's like, Josh, like, did all this stuff. And Uncle Matt's like,
beats and shit.
Uncle Matt's like, there's the, so he called me, the fuck is he even here for? I go, I don't know. You wanted guitarless.
Yes.
He goes, duties. And so they did back and forth for a little while. That Uncle Matt was like, dude, this dude is fucking incredible. And I would have loved it.
I would have known, like, if you would have practiced and stayed with it from when I first met him, you would have fucking crazy killer, dude.
Yeah, he was.
You would have.
He's always loved rock and metal, so I don't know why he just
And
keep playing.
Hey, and you know what my thing is play a song, sing that song. Play a song, sing that song. I can play guitar, but I can only play like probably 8 open chords.
Second guitar hero.
Yeah.
Dude, that's where Josh started. That's how he started teaching himself.
Right.
Josh started teaching himself.
Oh, yeah?
Play
That's
guitar.
where he-
From Guitar Hero.
Most kids thought they could play guitar after Guitar Hero. Oh, it very rarely trained.
Yeah,
Josh actually
Very rarely.
Josh was like this. I'm like, what was
playing Dragon?
I'll tell you one kiss.
Yeah.
Shit.
You played that for a while, didn't you?
Yeah, I just sucked. I can never get past him.
You know what I was good at? Madden.
Madden, I was terrible.
I beat their asses
Blitz.
every fucking game.
Yeah, NFL Blitz.
I was great.
Did I not beat you guys all the time?
Literally never, not even once.
I know I did. Hey, because I didn't know how to play. So I just hit all the buttons like this. And then touchdown! You're not supposed to play like that. I'm cheating. I go, I don't know. I scored. Because I know I just get fucking mad at me.
You know what I was great at when I was growing up, dude? Is touching myself. That's about it, though.
Yeah, actually, from a certain age to a certain age, I was probably
Certain age to certain age. Shit, I still do it.
I should have been inducted into the Hall of Fame with that, you know.
The master.
Hey, the gold jacket on. Thank you. Hey, thank you very much.
Yeah, just I don't do my thing now.
Take the glove, the gloves off.
Yeah, it's like you
I like to thank Righty.
you're taking pictures of people like Keanu Reeves and shit.
I'd like to thank Righty, and then I'd like to thank Strangers.
He's presenting his hand.
At least you guys got stuff to spank off to back then. We didn't like,
Oh, I know, yeah.
yeah.
I was in the golden era of
Oh, not us back then. It was dry docking.
You're sitting there thinking. Like,
oh no, for him though, you
tape
be
up
able
there
to see
somewhere.
static on the video, showed him like see something through the static, and that was hold him
We
for
didn't have. We didn't
that was hold him for a week,
Oh,
dude.
what am I guess like this?
It is-
Oh, that was a boob.
Yeah,
That was a boob.
Oh, yeah.
That was a side boob. Yeah. Hey, somebody got a quarter.
yeah.
Yeah.
That shit would hold you over for a week, dude.
Yeah.
How dude like
I remember they used to have.
It's at porn theater, dude.
luck.
Yeah. Oh, they did. Oh, no. So on 99, when you drive to a stock business, they had where you could literally pull over on the side of the freeway and they'd have porn videos playing on in the drive-in movie theater.
No fucking
Swear to God. And you could go, people were in there. There's a ton of people in there. And it was
Not chilling.
And you're like talking about 7,000 gallon boobs. So you're like, we're in high school going,
Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
put your hazards on.
That would have been like you get the most accents.
And that was between here. There was a drive-in movie theater right before Arch Road.
Oh shit. Dude.
Yeah, that's gone now, dude. They still, you guys ever go to drive-ins?
Well, I mean,
There's one in Sirius. They still got the one in Sirius.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ones-
That was the best place,
That
dude.
was. You used to be able to go and you see two fucking double feature.
Yeah, you go, and if you backed your truck up, throw the tailgate down, sit in the back, you could barbecue shit on a little bunch and shit. Oh yeah, that was the best, dude.
Died. Should we want the side?
Yeah,
Dude, back in the fucking 70s, 80s, and your guys' time when you guys had the porn theaters, all it was just a black and white silent film of like a man beating his wife. Dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
Weird shit, guys.
You know the reason One Up Here disappeared because people would drive by because these people like, oh, we're going from San Diego, Sacramento, and the kid be that little 5-year-old. Oh, that's what Daddy's doing.
Like 5, 6, my friend bring me to Vegas, dude. And I thought them cards with those fucking strip clubs, I thought those cards. Yeah, dude. I like collecting for all. Training my brother, like I got 2.
Every person,
Let's see what you got.
every person who walks by hands you something. You're like, thank you.
Oh, dude,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then you're like this. I'm good till I'm 16.
Oh, dude, I was, bro. I was. The golden. So, all right. I know you never take bribes, Harvard.
Oh,
That's
no.
established. Let's just hypothetically speaking. Hypothetically, I have like a bottle of Jameson in my car.
One?
Just one.
Why would I even stop you?
Day 3.
Okay, you're right. It's shit.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you're not even worth my time.
You want a restaurant and you have 30?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stopping you. Oh, wait, what was your crime first?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, oh, this mother. He robbed a Jameson store. No, I pull you over, you got a bunch of booze, and you know how much I love Jameson. I like kicking back, having my whiskey on ice.
Edition Jameson. Ever heard of that?
I don't actually, you know, they got the orange and all that. I like my original.
You're like your Jameson.
Yeah. Right, yes, can I ask Jameson, what kind? Jameson.
The whiskey flavor.
Yeah. So you pull you over, so I'm imagining you've got expired tags or something.
Yeah.
Pull you over, you got expired tags. Come up to you, how you doing? Deputy Anderson, I pulled you over because your tags are expired. I see you drive less registration. Well, officer, you know, my license is suspended. Okay, just show me what you got. Well, I got all this Jameson. I'm like, that's great, because now I'm going to impound your car. But everything that's in that car actually has to be documented. 32 bottles of Jameson, 7 shot glasses, Storm wrapped up in a blanket.
Yeah.
Because you were cold. You were cold.
It was comfy.
Yeah. And so everything has to be documented. And then if we tow that vehicle, but more likely what I would do is like, okay, look, you know, this is a guy who obviously running his ass off, working his ass off. It's 10 o'clock at night, still home, see his family. I'm gonna say here, we have the letter of the law and we have the spirit of the law. Letter of the law says, hey, violation, we're towing you, walk home, don't care. Or, I mean, it's a misdemeanor. 14601 is a misdemeanor. But I can also say, hey, anybody come pick you up and pick the van up? However, the van's expired. Well, I have the paperwork. You see, I have the paperwork, tags on me. Okay, and because you're suspended, can somebody come pick this up? Your wife, your girlfriend, this boyfriend?
Maybe.
Yeah. They come pick up the vehicle and they have a license. Okay, yeah. Go about your business and don't do this again. Second time, car's gone.
I would have loved to say, like, you pulled me over, whatever. You give me a pass, someone comes, picks me up, and I'm forcing bottles of Jameson on you in front of the other officers. Come on, after you flip me.
Well, here's the thing. Forcing them upon me is one thing. I say no. The other officer is like, you out of your fucking mind. Yeah, so now but I tell you this. I say this. I said, what do you do? I deliver and I'm a salesman for Jameson. It's okay. Where do you go? Well, I'm always here. I'll come over and have a drink on my day off with you.
Yeah.
And just go, yeah, whatever. So my thing is you have to be reasonable. Where the ability to be reasonable is.
Yeah,
There's a lot worse crimes than you driving on a suspended and you're working 12 hours a day, 5-6 days a week. So we have to make that adjustment, which is the spirit of the law. So, yeah.
So what about, okay, think about it, like 50 bottles, like big king-size bottles of JMO.
Costco bottles.
50 Costco bottles of JMO. Right? The purest.
Nice.
For, maybe like just a gram of Coke and one measly little dead hooker in the backseat. Come on.
Hang on a second. Let me think. This is a little tougher.
Right, and everything's legal. Everything's legal on the car.
Is the hooker?
It's the lines that guys.
Is the hooker mentioned because that might be just half the time.
Well, we had her in a car seat, so
Bob,
should have been legal.
then what's the law?
That's what I'm saying, right?
Now I'm just, hey, boys are my kids. I'm a straight shooter. However, having that said,
He goes out straight shooting.
having that said, I protect those who need to be protected at any cost.
I'm lying.
Give my life up any fucking time for any good scenario.
Be lying.
Nah.
Get lying, dude. We can't do this if you're lying. You understand?
Do I look like I'm fucking lying?
You do. You know what? Let's test this out, actually. Lie detector test. Let's go. Boot it up, bitch.
Here,
Get it. I'll get it.
hey, strap me. Oh wait, hang on.
Strap him up.
Wait, hang on. Before you start playing that.
Say, oh, you feel telling the truth. He's telling the truth.
Why? Sniffle's not even
I heard you though.
Oh shit. Wait a second. Hang on a second. You know what this reminds me
Calibrated.
of? Johnny Carson. Remember you saw Johnny Carson, the talk show host back in the day? He'd have an envelope, and he'd open the envelope, Garp. He would say the word Garp, and then he'd say what Robin Williams said in this movie when he was in a jacuzzi. So yeah, this might be true. Go ahead.
All right, so let's start off simple, just to calibrate the machine. All right, because this machine is a very advanced machine. It is 100% accurate.
Yes, you're an asshole.
I know.
Question one down.
Question one.
He said, yeah, it's telling the truth.
Question one. What is your name?
I got two names. Marvin was my birth name. And then when Grandpa Ted, I met Grandpa Ted, changed it Jim Anderson. So,
Ben Christ for that.
hey. And go figure that neither one of them are my fucking biological name because it's McNee.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Good job.
Scottish Nordic Vikings. Our family traces back to Scottish Nordic Vikings. So I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm Marvin. They'd be like, I fucking Boston said Morgan. What the fuck kind of name is that?
I would definitely laugh.
Oh, yeah. Well, you look like a fucking Viking.
I don't.
And that's probably why you're laughing. All right.
So now the machine's calibrated. Sarge, Trey answer. He's got it. All right. Let's send this shit out. Ready? How many times have you parked in a handicapped spot while on duty?
0. I don't park in a handicapped spot
He's telling the truth.
on or off duty ever. I do have a handicap placard, and there's some times where I'm like, I can barely get in and out of my vehicle. I might use it, but I think that it's most important, even if you have that handicap placard, to make sure that sometimes we need it, sometimes we don't. So, between all my injuries and stuff, sometimes, well, you've seen me around here, mocking me, following your
Duration comes true. It's the truth.
about the mocking. I knew it! I fucking knew it!
All right. Next question. How many wrongful arrests have you made?
0. None. 0.
Right.
I would never. Here, I can fucking lie.
Haven't it? Oh.
Listen. I'll tell you why, because I use more spirit of the law than probably 70% of the cops, because I know that people are in dire straits right now. People are poor. People are struggling. So for me, what good does it do to pull somebody over? Again, we were talking about the suspended license, suspended registration, but this guy's working 16 hours a day, and he's a Hispanic national, and he's sending half his fucking money back to Mexico so they can survive. What good does it do me to take his car, put him in jail, do anything, and then fuck up his insurance, fuck up everything, and for him to not be able to and this is a guy who just wants to be okay. He's not asking for shit. He just wants to be okay.
I just assume you'd get off on him or something.
No.
Don't lie.
No. I did brace somebody one time, though.
Oh, there you go.
I did have a nice car, and I was like, my car will beat you. It did.
Yeah.
So I pulled him over and scratched him. No, I'm just kidding. Exhibition of speech. No, he was a great young kid. He was actually scared because I pulled him over, and he was from the Bay Area. And beautiful Monte Carlo. And when I pulled him over, of course, my big corn-fed white ass, he's like, and I'm like, you okay? Do you have to? I thought, okay, something's going on. He was just scared because he'd been mistreated so much through another agency. And I was like, no, come on out. Sit, go up the hood. We talked, sit. Told everybody, hey, I'm Code 4. We're talking about the beautiful fucking car. Beautiful Monte Carlo, 1966 Monte Carlo, and literally mint original condition. I was like, wow. Yeah. So you gotta choose your battles, and until it's a deadly and or exigent set of circumstances, there's no need to be an asshole.
Well, that was a beautiful, beautiful line.
Yeah, you're like,
Again.
that is like this.
Light
Yeah, I'll go forward. You can't make my fucking life there. You can bring me.
What'd you do? Nobody's lied down.
I love my job in law enforcement. It was,
Yeah, dude. But how many times have you had to plan drugs on someone or something to convict them?
never. But check this out. I got my ass chewed by my sergeant and the district attorney, one of the deputy district attorneys, because I was really, really good at reading what they call the legal updates. And so if somebody, I go make what they call consensual contact with somebody, and I say, hey, when's the last time you did drugs? Just a while ago. Oh, I'm not high at all. I go, well, when's the last time you did it? Earlier today at 8 a.m. Okay, turn around, you're under arrest. Because they just admitted to be a possession of amphetamines. So into that, okay, I search them. They got meth on them.
Look at that.
Right? Take them to jail. They dropped the first charge because everybody was scared. It was a legal updated law. And I was like, yeah, this is to my end, right? And yeah, I got my ass chewed. And then this is my ass chewing. And I said, how you doing? Yeah. Fucking quit it. I said, yes, sir. But, so then there was a few cases, I think 3 or 4, they would dismiss the consensual encounter and the admission, but then they would charge him with the possession. I'm like, God, it's a fucking win-win. Yeah, the judges, they're like, I don't care what the fucking Ninth Appellate Court says. Quit fucking around and go do your job. And I said, okay. Okay, but I like legal updates, and so it used to be when you did the Miranda rights, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say you can only use against your court of law. You have the right to attorney. You have the right to press for any questions. If you do not wish to answer any questions, the whole thing. And at the end, you had to say, having these rights in mind, you wish to answer any questions. What is most people going to say? Fuck no, right? Yeah. So now the Ninth Appellate said, you don't have to ask that last question. They already said they understood. Then, yeah, you're good. So I would just start asking questions. Hey, so how are you? Oh, man, this is a bad... So I said, hey, just relax. We're here to talk and stuff. What's your name? And I would build up the rapport to where I would get information. Well, they're thinking, he didn't read me my rights like they were supposed to be. No clue.
So got it.
Yeah. Yep. And guess what I got? Knock it off.
Well, what about the evidence you planted on the OJ case when they had the trial?
Well, the glove fit.
Did fit originally?
Adam.
Oh.
So I actually, I was down. Remember we were talking about the Dare thing. So I'm down at the Dare thing in Los Angeles, and Jay Leno was for the Rampart Division or somewhat was their big Christmas party and stuff. So I went over there and was talking to a bunch of the cops, like, oh, man, come in, that's okay. But I'm like, yes, got to hear Jay Leno from here to the camera.
Fuck yeah.
We talked to most of them. They said, and well, not a lot of them, but he said, yeah, we know who did it. I go, oh, it's not OJ. He goes, no. They said it was someone in the family. I will neither confirm or deny whether they said it was his son or not. And I was like, and I never thought of that theory. I started looking into the evidence and everything. I was like, oh, shit.
DNA match?
Yeah.
Smaller frame?
Yeah. The planting evidence, there's just no need because most of them, you're under arrest. Listen, we're going to take you into jail. If you have anything on you, it's going to be an additional charge. They're pushing out of the seats and stuff. You're like,
come on.
That came out right there. Come on.
How many?
This is going to be horrible.
I hate you for this, I mean.
All right. Did he write this one?
Yeah. I don't know.
Go ahead.
How many times have you slept with a chick on duty in uniform?
Zero. But I just worked a case up in, I'll just say Northern Cal, where this guy was doing this to this girl. And I was the criminal defense side of it. And it was up in...
It's what?
No. I'm telling you right now. You can ask the warden. I worked and I felt horrible, but this guy was a POS and he was trying to get, and I'm just going to say it, he was trying to get in her back door. She never, anything, she grew up with her high school sweetheart. They had 2 kids, they divorced because he cheated, got with this guy, and this guy, all he wanted, through all the messaging, all the investigation, all he wanted to do is get in the back door. And when he did, he treated her like garbage, and some of that stuff, I had to go to the agency and say, I need to talk to your internal affairs because it's getting real sour. Okay, you want to get the case? Listen to this. So I'm blowing up northbound McHenry. My lights catch a glimpse of some lights or something. So I go, okay, guess I'm going to be out here at this, 3800 block, whatever it was, 1500 block of McHenry. I've got a vehicle out in Orchard. I'm going to go do some investigation. Okay, 1037. They call it 1037, 1038. Special people. So I pull in. I'm darked out, and I can barely see. So I got as close as I could, and I hit the lights. This dude was getting railed on the hood of his car, and I got to see the whole. She was on top, backside, and I was like, what do I do now? And so I go. So I'm like, and I go, broop, broop, and she goes, just 1 minute. And I'm like, fuck, what do I do now?
Wait, what? Minute?
I turned my lights off. I'm like,
Stop.
I'm like,
Stop.
they still have my lights on enough to see it. I have my lights on just enough to see it. And I'm like, just not see it, but I tried to look away as much as I could. No, but I just had to park and
Try to look
Season?
that he squinted his.
your night vision.
Yeah, that's just.
But I had and I gave him like about another 38 seconds. She was finished and she went, and I said,
I respect.
and then I'm like, yes, I'm like, what am I saying? What am I
Here's the
saying?
law, dude.
What do I, what am I saying now? Hi, I'm Deputy Anderson. I was calling to, I didn't have nothing to say. I was like, husband and wife, trying to be frisky, and I went, okay. Yeah, we're pretty good here. So,
I call it spirit of the law.
Yeah.
On the spirit.
yeah, there was a lot of spirit. She had most of it. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. How many times have you convinced someone to admit that they're guilty of something they're not?
Never. That's nice. I don't know, because I don't. Your guilt or not guilt is not my issue. My issue is building a case that is legal, ethical, and moral, and that either the defense and or prosecution can put me on the stand and not even with no reason whatsoever can say, yeah, he's telling the truth, because they have right now. So I do criminal defense work. District Attorney Legero and Stanislaus, he's the head of the whole District Attorney's office. He knows I can go to him and talk about stuff, and he has no issues.
I actually have a counterpoint. So
Go ahead.
here's how I know that you're lying. The one time when I was about 6 or 7, you asked me if I broke one of Mom's special China teacups, and then I said no, and you gave me the dad stare down, and I said yeah, even though I didn't.
So let me tell you this. So my dad stare down.
Look, I shat myself.
Okay, but I didn't do that. You did that. Okay, I did not do this. Okay, maybe I did. Let me tell you this.
I don't know.
You want to hear a fucking funny story? So these guys, this is up. It might have been Humboldt County. I'm not sure, but they brought these detectives, bring this guy in for burglary or houses, and they put a little wire around his arm, and they taped it to a copy machine, and the copy machine had a piece of paper. They got fired, but stuff said liar. So every time we're going to ask you now, what happened? Well, I didn't do anything. They hit the button. It popped out liar. And he's like, and he kept doing it. They did it for like a half an hour. Liar, and he finally told the truth. And of course, it didn't hold up in court.
Of course.
But I was like,
Good story.
I was like, oh shit. Yeah. And I think they got fired or they got suspended or whatever. But I was thinking, shoot, that's hey, watch, click, liar.
Yeah, you hold up Jesus mirror, they can see through it too.
So it was hit to a printer, like a big copy printer thing, and he just hit the button, liar. And after a while, you're like, okay, I'm fucking lying, obviously, because
You got it.
your lie detector machine's already seen, and he admitted to the truth, but I don't believe he was held to answer because it was an unethical thing. But I was like, that's trickery. That's fucking genius. Hey, this makes good for a cop story.
Amazing.
But I would have said like this, hey, look, we're just fucking around. Woke you up to this. You admitted to this. But there's no way it's going to hold up in court. We're going to scratch you a ticket. And yeah, you would have to, because that was unethical, unmoral, and illegal. So I'm like, yeah, it's funny, but imagine if that was
Admissible in court.
somebody who in your family was not as achievable as anybody else, and they did that. You'd be like, you'd be pissed, right?
Yeah.
And I laughed, so I felt bad for like 11 seconds.
Oh, and to
Yeah, they 12.
I'm like, dude, that dumb. That's what I mean. Dude, that's fucking dumb.
Right, but he was. He was out on the street, and he was, so, like I did, that was just funny as fuck to me.
You know the little loudspeaker, like little loud intercom you guys got in your patrol vehicles?
Yeah.
You guys like warn pedestrians and stuff. How many times have you used that to say the N-word?
Yeah, so I've never used that. However, I can admit to this. I'd go down to South 9th Street and go to the Arrow Inn. And Bruce Mitchell, God rest his soul, was a talent of mine. Passed away 2 years ago, and he was a fucking amazing guy. Amazing. Like, he'd be like this, he goes, Jim, catch. And he'd throw it, and it was goddamn Copenhagen.
Dude, I was
Or it'd be like this. He was a training officer.
to get right to your
Training officer, and he'd go through the car wash, and then he'd roll down the trainee's window. So he shoved the next thing with like half his shit. Bruce was fantastic. He had a wife, Leslie, who I'm still in contact with. She's amazing, fucking great guy. Anyways, so we go down to the Arrow Inn, we pull our cars in, and he goes, all right, you ready? And we get on a loudspeaker. Sheriff's Department, I need you to come out with your hands up right now. This is a drug bust. And we stop. It's like you hear, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Everybody flushing their drugs down. Whoosh, whoosh. I mean, literally, it's an L shape. And they were, whoosh, whoosh. And we'd be sitting outside of our cars just bullshitting. And people come out, God damn, fuck. And I go, what? You know how stupid I just lost you asshole. I go, we're just saying, I'm not sure which room you're in. But
It's out a better place.
either one of you could go right now, be in law enforcement or fire, and you could, because you guys are ethical, you're moral, you're sound, you guys are great. You actually believe in saving lives.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know why you guys don't.
Because the underground assassin would sound so much cooler.
Oh,
If
how do I join? Do I get a card? Like, excuse me.
Honestly, didn't you get a little badge and a helmet?
tried to become John Wick.
You know what?
Just trying to become John Wick.
There you go, Jonathan Wick.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Wickerson.
You know what I am?
Wickerson.
You know who I am?
Let's just put an end to all this political bullshit, okay? Because, let's think about this. James Cameron does not even give a fuck about blue lives as much as everything. What's going on? What's going on?
Well, there's a different set of society. There's no, there's lower class, lower middle, upper, and then there's James Cameron.
Yeah.
Now, but here's the thing too. A lot of people don't know that he's quite the philanthropist. So he gives, and gives to what it would take us 5 lifetimes, and he could do in 2 movies. And he gives. He's very, and he is great to the cast, great to the crew, great to. I read a bunch of stuff, and I heard he is fucking amazing. Oh, Quentin Tarantino, which you have that fucked up mind.
A little bit.
I love it. I love him. Everybody says he's an asshole to work for, but when you're off camera, the best fucking be like, oh boy, would you just fuck? He's like, what's the matter with you? But he's so strict. That's why his movies are so fucking spectacular. But right off camera, when he's directing, you're doing what he says, you won't hear something. If you partially do what he says, you're going to hear fucking the wrath of God. And you know what? Look at his movies. It makes him, he's a fucking so dynamic. But, again, too, Quentin, just like Clint, just like a lot of these guys, they're out there, they give so much. So, I'm just going to throw out a number. Say, any one of them is worth $500 million. That $500 million is probably about worth, if they never gave to all the, the philanthropy and all, give them their money, I bet you they'd have probably twice that much. And for them, it's not, if you're like, well, they just do that for a tax write. No, they actually like, hey, I got a lot of money. Where can I help? And I've met some great directors. And, being on Deadwood, Ballers, 13 Reasons Why, Goliath.
Weinstein.
And I have 4 movies coming out this next year. Yeah. And no. Yes, and I wasn't.
Zero Weinstein.
No, Weinstein. So I have, I do. I have you remember 90210?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm in with Brian Austin Green.
If I'm right.
Yeah, and then I'm in one with Billy Baldwin.
Oh, fuck.
Then I'm in one with Jessica Chastain. Do you remember her?
Yeah.
Well, she is
Wait.
fucking amazing, and she is absolutely beautiful. And she's so professional, yet so she's like so direct and so professional, but you're like, you don't feel like there's somebody telling you what to do. It's like, hey, how about you? And she offers suggestions, and she is absolutely stunning and fun. I hung out with her, and it was great. And then the last one is this one that been coming around with Leonardo DiCaprio and Sean Penn. I'll be in just a small scene.
Well, wasn't it filmed like up Stockton one with
Yeah, the Stockton, Sacramento.
Sacramento.
We actually filmed at DVI.
Oh fuck!
So yeah.
See it?
So after and in the movie, we actually had some suspects and we're taking them down. And so yeah, it was. But I'm looking forward to it. And then now, because it usually slows down from November to January. Well, it kind of started picking up a little bit, so I'll start auditioning for films again in January.
Yeah, yeah. Wait for that to disappear.
Good or not? Yeah. And you got to bring Lauren and Annette to my last surprise show.
The fuck yeah! I mean,
Sunday, 2:00, January 19th, I think. And I said, because I'm done singing Elvis music, but they said, please just one more shot. And I said, okay.
what's up?
El Campanile Theater. Oh, it's huge. And like I said, you go down to the green room, and all the walls are autographed. The Doors, the Beatles, the Johnny Cash, all these people, actors from back in the 50s and 60s. I'm like going, and I get signed the wall.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm like,
Awesome. That just sounds my name.
yeah. Like, well, hey, like this, Adam was here.
Adam was here. Yeah.
No, but I look forward to that because, I mean, that's generations from the 1940s, all the way to now that people, even that there's a train that comes behind it. So when people come in, say, I don't know, Rita Hayworth, and they had a stage show, the train will pull up. They have their own, obviously their own cards, you get it, whatever they call, and come up, they get off the thing, they come in here, they do their show, they go back, and the train will wait there, and if it was a 3-day show, that train will sit there and they go back and forth.
That's pretty
so,
cool.
I mean, it's pretty freaking cool.
And that brings us to the official end of the Jim Anderson interview and the second episode of the BS podcast. Again, I really appreciate you all dealing with that audio quality. I'm not going to make excuses again, but I'm assuming it has something to do with the parental neglect that comes with being an unplanned middle child. It's probably because I look like a dude who would trickle down bang in the wake of Matt Rife. Just scraping by on a sloppy seconds. I think maybe we sourced the audio through an RFK Jr. filter. Not worth the 99 cents, if you ask me. Look, none of this would have ever happened if people would just recognize that the Kardashians created and unleashed Yadolf upon this world. But you're not going to hear any excuses from me because that's just not how I roll. Next episode, you guys will notice a significant increase in audio quality, so make sure you guys are subscribed to all the different platforms that I create content on in the link tree in the description below. You'll fucking find that shit down there. And thank you all for watching. I really, really appreciate it, and I will catch you all next episode. Peace.
Oh, wait, cuff them up.
Cover them up.
I need to see this real quick.
52 type.
You know, they actually look nice.
Actually, dude, they look good.
Those look pretty nice. I'm gonna lie. These look beautiful.
I get to keep these.
The only thing is, Jim can break out of these anytime he wants.
That's
Jim first.
That's true.
So tough that they got that.
Got that baby current.
It's very yeah.
First beer. Listen, so see,
Alright.
for this, so say, grab my hand, I would be here, and I'd go, oh shit, I got cuffs on.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? That's not what we're doing.
You haven't flushed.
See.
He didn't buckle it. Hang on. What are you doing? Little rub and tug.
I don't. I don't know at this point.
Wait. Yeah. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. But I want to feel what love is. Come on.
All right.
No, that's not good.
Thank you guys so much for joining our very first ever BrainStorm podcast episode. Shout out to Jim Anderson.
Hang on. We're come together.
Shout out to Jim Anderson. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, come on, bud.
This is going to be ugly for them. Wait, we're not on camera.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Very first ever
Love you guys.
episode of
Hey,
BrainStorm Podcast.
you guys ever heard Turkey Tap?
No, so Allison, Jimmy Anderson, thank you so much, Padre, for joining us, being our first guest. That's awesome. If you guys enjoy this content, please like, share, and subscribe. We are going to slap this shit on him before he goes to bed tonight.
I want to know.
If you guys like this content, I'm going to do it down in the comments so we can get right on our shit to making more. So thank you guys so much.
Love you, kid.
Have a fantastic night, everybody.
Hey, look, it's a compliment. Hey, it's you. Damn it.
I knew you were gonna.
You want this?
Yeah, you
No.
know that.
So that really what they put in the fucking somebody's mouth?
Desto.
Yeah. And then actually, that's what the lobster
Yeah.
too.
Oh, don't do that. No.
Hey.
no.
Hey,
No. There's no padding in these.
hey, I saw a couple Bruce Lee movies.
These aren't gigs.
All right, love you, boys.
All right, so you always told me growing up that it's really, really important for officers to keep a level head in the field when shit's going down. These are really
What? Amen.
But with you having taught in the academy and teaching other officers how to keep a level head in the field, that shouldn't really be a problem for you. So I was kind of hoping that you would be willing to perform some sort of physical test of like arrest techniques for us, if you like.
I know.
Waffle time to start out with.
Sure. Walk with it. Oh dear God,
Let's do this.
sir. I like. Can you mount that off? Yeah, just give it. So, sir, he's aggressive. We grab the arm. Oh, he likes nipples too.
Be aggressive, dude.
He likes nipples too. We'll see how his arm's broke right now. The other side would also be broke.
Uh-huh.
Then you turn that toward his lover
Right?
and you cuff him accordingly
Okay.
with handcuffs. I mean, it's a simple LA quick cuff right here.
Real quick. Oh, dude, that is
Yeah,
very simple.
yeah. LA quick cuff. He's done. And I tell you, as his lover,
Uh-huh.
please take him back in the house. And you guys,
Inside of
no, it's, look,
No,
We're
that
done.
is very, very simple.
Huh?
Very easy technique.
hey, and obviously his lover is having a great time.
We all had a great time. But I want
Wait, we? No. LA quick cuff.
I like quick cut. That's a nice technique.
LA quick cuff.
I personally think that we can actually up the
Is that the most common? Is that the most common one? The LA
Well,
quick
here's
cup?
the thing. This is what they call. Normally, you put somebody's hands behind their back. So, yes, this is not an invitation. And hands behind their back. LA quick cuff. Keys down, everything. It's just. I mean, that's on plastic.
He's still like
Hey,
nothing.
yeah, these are old cuffs. These are my cuffs from the sheriff's club.
And that's deflated plastic.
And and so that's a quick cuff. And it makes it simple on people. It doesn't hurt them, doesn't anything. A lot of people though, like your size, right, let me see. Put him more down. Come over here. I'm not going to cuff you, but can you put your palms together behind your back? Palms together, retard. Palms together. Jesus H Christ. So this would be. I want to look it. But this is the LA quick cuff. This one there, then one here.
My arm, you hurt my arm. I can't breathe. Sorry.
But it's also interlock your fingers.
I am legally blind.
Interlock your fingers. Fingers out.
What does that mean?
Interlock it this way. Now this gives me
Then why would you do that? Why would you do
control.
that?
You see this?
Oh,
Oh, we're seeing it.
Hey, tell me how much you love me. Ooh, that one cracked. How much do you love me?
I told you I love you.
How much? How much?
I fucking love you. I don't know what you want me to fucking say. You need to knock that shit off.
Right. That's one of those things that we hey, gets an LA quick up and it gives us control to where hey, they put their hands together, they lock the fingers. Now we have that and we're able to hook.
I'm gonna tell my mom this.
Oh yeah, how's that gonna work for you?
And tell Lisa.
Oh, Lisa's different. You said your mom.
And the one that takes good in.
Oh, Lisa, okay. But yeah, so and if nothing else,
Good job in Elba.
wow. So
So that's one good technique. I personally think that we can up the difficulty a little bit.
how's that?
We got another special guest right over here. Introducing Sir Diddy.
Oh dear God. How do you get out of jail?
I know it's gonna look tough. It's tough. It looks tough for you right now. But give this 1 second. This is what's actually gonna
What?
increase this year.
So yeah,
This
Stop. Elaborate.
yeah, Diddy time.
what?
Look at those dance moves.
So what would you do in the scenario of you were chasing after Diddy and his favorite little paste? What do you do now?
I'm not sure if I take my shirt off before I cuff him, but it might have to be. But again, too, I don't want to touch his hands, obviously. Barely his forearms. And again, we're going LA quick cuff. This might have to be up here because.
He's wet, dude.
Yeah. Hey. Well, if he's not, somebody else watching me arrest a movie, then yeah, same thing. We're going quick cuffs up here. Jesus.
Dude, you're a fucking master, dude. You're a fucking master.
Then, everybody that he destroyed
Everybody just
gets to cuffs. Yeah, that's.
It's
Look.
a mess.
Look at that LA quick cuff.
Look at that shit. It's still holding. Look how well greased that
Hey,
is.
it's weird that he's still smiling.
He's
They
excited.
think he's going into room B.
Yeah, he's excited. He thinks he's going back.
He's like this. I got another party.
He's going back to the master, man.
Yeah.
That's so good, dude.
This guy.
Then you know,
Yeah.
he slipped right out.
Yeah.
He slipped right out.
Well, and he ate as well as he slipped right in too.
That is true. There you guys have different arresting techniques and what to do if your suspect is oiled up like a motherfucker.
Oh, well, yeah. Like, yeah, but that's one bottle. And we're talking, what, 400 cases?
Yeah, yeah. You wanna,
Hey, let's go this. Slip sliding away. Slip sliding
Come on.
away.
Come on, let's hug it out. Let's hug it out. Come on, Papa.
Hey,
Let's hug.
if you hug me with that shit, I'm gonna fuck you up. These are not only cuss, they're beautiful, especially. You need that fucking little fucking diamond bugs flying right
They're
there.
beautiful dudes. They're majestic as shit.
Oh, look at touched it and it went.
That's gonna do it for me. I'm buttered up like a fucking
Like this, hey.
Thank you so much.
Hey,
John.
love you guys and thank you for listening.
Oh yeah, love you, Joe. Thank you.
Come on now.
Right? Did I get it?
Wait. What?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Here we go.
Look at what we got through there.
Just drop one in already?
Yeah. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That probably is.
Oh, yeah. This is common. Yeah. Dude, that's
Got him.
glory hole.
Right in there. Yeah, right up in there.
You killed video already.
Good.
Oh,
Oh,
there it is.
look at it. Oh, look at it.
There it is.
Oh,
shit. She looks like she's having a huge dick.
Right. Just for that.
Now we're empty.
Good for that.
But it's a payday. Come up on a lick, that's a payday. Come across a brick, that's a payday. Papa getting rich, that's a payday. That's a payday. That's a payday. Come up on a lick, that's a payday. Come across a brick, that's a payday. Papa getting rich, that's a payday. That's a payday. It ain't mine yet, but I'ma keep that. Over there, do you see that? I think I'm gonna eat that. That's a free meal. Like green light, green light.